Hi everyone, it's B. Today we are going to finish the Majesty and Magnolia Star Path. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I had abandoned my valley during the last Star Path, but we're back. We only have 3 tasks left to complete to get the rest of the moonstones, so let's go. Come back here. Okay, what can we get for you, Milan? Orange grass-like flowers, wheat, and jasmine tea? What's jasmine tea? Blah blah blah, you must first unlock Milan's tea stall. Okay, maybe we're not finishing the Star Path today. After my last Dreamlight Valley video went out, where I showed my abandoned valley, my sister Tani Games, she reached out to me and she's like, I can help, which honestly was amazing. I really don't have much time these days. I also ended up with heat exhaustion, and we've also had a really nasty sick bug the past week or so, so it's not been great at all. So she did that for me. I had started off doing a little bit of the Star Path myself, but she came along and she did a whole bunch in one go until there was nothing more she could do, because obviously you have the time gated tasks such as daily conversations and people's favorite gifts, which you only get 3 of a day, so you do have to have a lot of waiting time in between doing those tasks. So again, I ended up doing a few more tasks in between that after the time gated ones were able to be done. Then she came back another few days later and she did a whole bunch more. She actually ended up completing the main Star Path and she got me every single item in it. So a huge thanks to her. She is seriously the best. I would not have got it done without her. That brings me up to the day before filming this. Obviously with editing it may take even longer to get it out to all of you, but you can see I have these last few tasks that give you the extra moonstones back at the end of the Star Path. So I went and got everyone fed at Remy's, but I was one person short to serve a meal to. So I'm like, okay, let's just move on to the next task. So the next one was to talk with a transformed prince, which of course is Beast. Completed that one. Next I went up and I grabbed Jack, I took him back to my place and gave him what he wanted. I headed back to Remy's where Beast was now waiting to be served. Then that left me with these 3 tasks to do. 6 of Mulan's favourite gifts, finding 2 shiny diamonds, and speaking to Mushu for 2 days in a row. So I started off trying to get the diamonds, which honestly I hate. One part of the game I really hate is mining. It just always feels like such a grind for me, and it's one thing that I really hope they'll change in future expansion passes. Hopefully we can get some ancient machines that can automatically do mining for us if we like set them up against a rock or something, because that would be absolutely amazing. It's one thing I do not like doing at all, and it's usually why I always hate doing the Star Path as well, because there's so many mining tasks. Well, me hating mining does not bode well for what's to come. If you know, you know. I am just going to leave a spoiler warning in case you haven't seen any of the Mulan or Mushu quests yet. I make my way to the castle and finally go and unlock the Mulan realm. My sister had of course left these for me on purpose so I could go and unlock them myself and do the storyline without missing out on any of it, which was great. So all I had to do now was get Mulan and Mushu back to my valley, do their tasks for that day, and then repeat again the next day and also find the 2 shiny diamonds. I have a real love-hate relationship with these quests. I absolutely love the realm. I love Mulan. It's one of my most favourite films ever, and all the little details and references were great. But some of this was seriously grindy, and when you're just trying to get through something and get it done, it does get a bit annoying. But I understand why they've made it that way. They just need to, you know, flesh the quests out a bit so people don't just do them immediately. You know, they don't want to make it too easy for us. So I get it, you know, I get it. We start off talking to Mushu. We're late for our training as a new recruit, so now we have to go and clean up the camp. I really enjoyed this part. I liked how it's quite a fun way of utilising our tools to clean up all the rice and all the mess, but it still fits in with the storyline of the quest. Next up, we had to find our uniform. This is where I first got annoyed. I managed to find most of the pieces with no issue, but the training pants I spent an unreasonable amount of time looking for.
And in the end, I did just have to Google it just to find out they were just hanging out on this tree the whole time. It was so obvious, but I guess I was mostly looking on the ground for them. I didn't expect them to be up there. We get into our new recruit uniform and speak to Mushu again. Now it's time to make Mulan's breakfast. I really enjoyed the cutscenes we got of us banging the gong and her jumping out from her tent. Mulan sends us back to Mushu to help him with defences, so she can eat her breakfast before we begin our recruit training with her. Speaking to Mushu, it's decided the best defence will be an army of dragon statues. Yet again, we are running around finding items, but I'd already picked up a few beforehand, so I had a head start. These items were nowhere near as difficult to find as we'd previously experienced with the elusive training pants. We go back to the gorgeous new Mulan-themed crafting table and craft the statues. We place them in the kiln. Now it's a matter of waiting for them to finish cooking. We go back to Mulan to do our training. Now the first bit of this was really fun, doing the course while carrying the training weights and finding all the pebbles. I wish more quests in the game could be like this, just focusing more on being fun. I remember a quest with Vanellope that was really fun, where you go around playing hide and seek with her in the valley. It was just really cute. It always feels like less of a chore than some quests do. Don't even get me started on that time we had to get all the clay for Minnie. I think everyone hated that one. Next up, we had to break the training bricks. Again, it was a really nice touch being able to use our pickaxe to break them. The fishing task I got a bit confused on. I thought as soon as I found the snorkel that would be it and the quest would be over. But no, I had to keep going and there was a lot of fishing spots to do. But I came back to Mulan with 10 salmon and then added them to the camp soup pot. Back to Mushu and the dragon statues now. I waited a while for this and the quest didn't seem to be progressing. So honestly, I did start to worry. We had 15 dragon statues done, but the last 5 just weren't appearing. I started to Google it in case we maybe had to wait till the next day, but most people said it was done by the time they had finished Mulan's training. Then lots of people were saying that this quest would just not progress for them at all. So immediately I panicked, thinking, oh no, my game is bugged. I'm going to be stuck with them in this realm forever and never get those last few tasks done. But some people said leaving the realm and coming back worked for them. I walked around the training area again, just making sure I hadn't missed anything obvious, thinking I'll just try leaving the realm and if not, then reload the game. All of a sudden, I heard the little... and it comes up, return to Mushu. I can't explain how relieved I was. Then we get another cutscene. There's been a landslide. I love how they did this, clearing the rocks and debris and mud. Although I was a little annoyed to have to do more fishing, just because it feels so time consuming. Next up, we had to plant new trees. And again, I don't know if my game was just bugged, but I could not find the last spot to plant. It ended up being in a place that I'd already gone over 100 times. I don't know how I missed it, but I got it in the end. Then we had to do more fishing for fibre to make sandbags for Mulan. We confessed we're not a recruit and asked Mulan to come back with us. Of course, we have to finish dealing with Mushu first. He now wants us to build a fence to stop any future landslides. Okay, so he calls it a mini Great Wall, but you know, it's not the Great Wall of China, it's just a fence. It even says wooden fence in your inventory. But this is Dreamlight Valley, so I guess anything is possible. We put a few fence panels down and then we go to the bridge to set off some fireworks. We're finally almost all done in this realm and we head back to the valley to find a spot for their new home. I chose this spot my sister had already decorated for the Mulan Dreamsnap. It's so beautiful. We finally welcomed Mulan to the valley. I completed her first 3 gifts, then travelled back to the realm to get Mushu. He tells us he now knows we're not a real recruit, but he's ready to come to the valley. He gives us a dragon statue as a souvenir, then wants us to find the key to Mulan's storage chest, where she's left us a gift too. The key is near the end of the road and Mulan has left us the Defender's Sword. Now we can welcome Mushu to the valley. That brings us all up to date, where we now need to unlock Mulan's stall so we can make her final favourite item of the day, jasmine tea. I also realise I have no stock in my house of the other 2 items she wants, so I have to stop by my Peaceful Meadow stash box, do another round of Forgotten Lands to try and get a shiny diamond. Of course, we didn't find one at all, before hopping over to Eternity Isle to get the orange glass-like flower for her. Honestly, this is just what happens when you let your valley turn into total chaos and disorganisation. I cook her 2 vegetarian pizzas, then she tells me we're working on strength training, and for that, we need to mine some more minerals. Thanks, Mulan, thanks a lot. It's not just a couple either, it's a few. Now, I know a lot of people will say I should have just used the pickaxe potion, but I'd already used the last of my crystals from trying to get the shiny diamonds the night before, so I didn't want to go into the mines. It just felt like an extra step. I instantly just decided to incorporate it into my slog for the shiny diamonds. After 1 cycle, I ended up with only 1 of each and immediately regretted it, but still, going into the mines would be an extra step. I was now committed to the grind. Another cycle, and when we got to the Forgotten Lands, I finally got my first shiny diamond. By the end of the 3rd cycle, I had everything I needed except the last of the peridot, so I hopped back over to Eternity Isle to mine the grasslands and the promenade. I didn't find any, so I went back to the Peaceful Meadow and found 2 more. I now only needed 1 peridot, so went back to Eternity Isle and almost immediately got what I needed. Thank goodness that was over. Now, we've nearly finished Mulan's daily regime. She tells us what would be perfect now is a cup of tea. We go back to our realm after the terrifying realisation these characters can never go back to their own realms again. I'm fairly sure we might have misled some people who have come to our valley in the past. I'm not too sure about that, but anyway, we get the tea crates, we give them to Mulan, and now we can finally place her stall. I pull it close to our house and finally made some jasmine tea. I've completed her task. Now I run to speak to Mushu and complete his. To my absolute disbelief, I head back to the Forgotten Lands. On the 2nd rock I mine, we get our final shiny diamond. That took so long. I have so much footage of me mining the Forgotten Lands, trying to get the shiny diamond, and as I'm mining that one, I'm thinking, is this it? Is this it? Surely it can't be. Don't give yourself false hope. But it was. I got it. I got the rest of my moonstones and finished the star path with 9 days to spare. I'm honestly so pleased, but like I said, there's no way I would have got any of this done without Tanny's help too. Just doing what was in this video, I feel absolutely exhausted. For one final thing, I would just like to cover some Dreamsnaps. Whilst Tanny was in my valley doing my Star Path tasks, she also submitted for me 3 of the most beautiful Dreamsnaps I've ever seen in my life. She is the absolute queen of Dreamsnaps. She almost always gets at least 4,000 guaranteed. So if you're watching this right now, take it as your reminder to go check out one of her streams sometime. She always shows how she designs her Dreamsnaps and how she gets it done, how to get your tags high and everything like that. So you can get loads of great tips and inspiration from watching her if you want help with making your own. So I definitely recommend that. But let's start off with the Dreamlight Celebration Dreamsnap. Look at this. This is the most beautiful Dreamsnap I've ever seen. I'm in love with it so much. We've got Rapunzel in the front there, painting a picture. My husband Eric is in the background there. He's hanging around. And then we have all the balloon arches. We got the fireworks. We got the 2 Mickey wheels, all the Mickey lights. I absolutely love the outfit she put me in. That is very much something that I would wear to some sort of an event like that, you know. Very much my style, very much my aesthetic. I'm absolutely in love with this. This is my favourite one ever. Honestly, I'm so happy with it. The score on this one did amazing. We scored 91.23 and ranked 2042. So we got the 4,000 moonstones and 192 pixie dust. So I was very, very pleased with that. Next up was Mulan's welcome. Again, this one was so beautiful. You know me, I love cherry blossoms. Of course, these are magnolias, aren't they? But they're still so beautiful. We've got all the Chinese lanterns there in the sky. Just the way she decorated that. Obviously, I just showed you. That's where we've now put Mulan's house, and what a perfect setting, honestly. Obviously this was I think it was an outfit one, so you can't get your tags as high for this one, but she's done a great job on this. And I always think, you know, decorating the background for an outfit challenge is just as important as the outfit itself. You want to make the picture aesthetic and stand out. So the score for this one, we got, well, Tani got we scored 73.22 and ranked 3,430, and again got the 4,000 moonstones. Now the final dream snap she did for me was the Valley View one. Now this one, I was thinking, how is she going to do this one when my valley is such a mess? I have no idea, but she did it for me. Obviously we don't have the results for this one yet, but I just wanted to talk about it. This has been taken on the bridge in the what's it called? Summit Plaza. That's what it's called, right? Yeah. We've got Simba's house there, Simba and Nala's house. Nala's there in the background, hiding just below the tree. We've got those flowers are actually just flowers that I dumped there randomly, which has somehow managed to incorporate them so perfectly. She's kind of blocked off some bad areas with the waterfalls there and put the flower lamps around to just add a bit of extra light. Put some trees in the background there, and we've got Simba looking up, probably about to eat the lovebird there. And we've got our little fox backpack on, and again our outfit is so cute, very much says, you know, safari. This would be my aesthetic for a safari trip, I think. But this is so cute. Again, we don't know the score for this, but as soon as I know, I'll let you all know as well. So after that, I think that's everything for today. I know it's been a bit of a long one, a bit of a different one, but I'm so glad we got this star path done. We've got Mulan and Mushi here ready for the next update, and now we have a little bit of time before the next one to refocus, get reorganized and redecorate some of these areas. So I'm thinking, you know, should we start decorating the plaza? Maybe the peaceful meadow first? I don't know. I'm thinking we should save decorating the glade for once Tiana is here, because I will be wanting to redecorate it to incorporate her. That's where I want Tiana to go. I've already decided way before she was even announced that she was coming to the game. So if you'd like to see that, which one would you like to see first? Peaceful Meadow or the Plaza? Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see as well, or any games you'd like to see me play. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.